Changing minds one thought at a time.
Greetings, everyone. Welcome to Motivate Social Podcast, where we're bringing you people who are changing the world via social media. I am Dr. Aikyna Finch, and I have my lovely co-host Vanessa Canteberry here. How you doing today, Vanessa?
I am great. How are you?
Fabulous as always. Yes. So today's topic is, why did you start if you are ready to quit already? And so, of course, this was one of Vanessa's lovely topics. So, this is going to be fire. So, Vanessa, tell me what you were thinking about this, sister.
It's based off a lot of things. One in particular, a conversation. Just having conversations with individuals, and they get to a point where they say yes. Ooh, they're so excited. They say yes. But then when they see all the work, they're like, wait a minute, hold on. You start to see less and less of them, the things that they need to be doing, putting their stuff out there, building their community, finding out what their audience is looking for. But when they start to see there is no feedback, nobody's not responding. Are they watching? Are they listening? No, this is not for me. They find all these excuses, have all these questions, which in terms put them in a position to quit. You quit before you really started, because you could say, yes, that's only just the beginning, but you really didn't start anything until you start putting the work in. That's when it really takes place, when you start putting the work in. And then trust and believe they are watching. They paying attention. They taking notes. But you have to understand that you can't quit when you don't get a like. If you're doing this just for likes, you're doing it for the wrong reason.
Oh, come on.
And oftentimes people do it for a like. They're looking for a response. They're looking for that feedback. They're looking for something. But maybe you need to switch it up and give them something to talk about. Just do it anyway. Just do it anyway. Right? So I need people to start understanding the importance of, there's going to be, one, is a lot of work.
I agree.
2, do it anyway, scared and all. 3, don't quit. Just don't quit. Look what we're going on right now in this economy. Right? I got this fly that's getting on my nerve. Look what's going on in this economy. Okay. And people are losing their jobs. We're in a position where more and more people are shutting down. And so they are going stir crazy, right? You go to the store right now, people are like, okay, I need to fill back up. I need to make sure that I have this, I got that. But then they turn around, they back at home doing nothing. Doing nothing. How are you have this time now where you know something's going on in the world, but you doing nothing? You didn't do nothing the first time around, and you see it still here. And the second time around, don't do the same thing you did the first time around this second time around, because it's going to come back around again.
I agree.
It may not be like this, but it's going to come back around again. Ask me, how do I know, Kina?
How do you know, Vanessa?
Because when I got laid off in 2011, couldn't find a job 2 years later with 20 years experience. And now here we are again. I still haven't punched the clock.
Oh, come on.
Because I'm no longer waiting for somebody to hire me, undervalue me, and still turn around and pitch a Peter to pay Paul.
All right now.
So I did something that most people are too afraid to do. What is that? You may ask. Invest in me. I'm my best investment. If I don't invest in me to be able to enhance me, to be able to do something that I know I'm capable of doing, I'm just saying, I'm going to be just like bare minimum, yet once again.
Mm-hmm.
That is not the life that we are tended to live. So I am my best investment. And I had to do it because it was no longer about me.
Mm-hmm.
I have my children, now my grandchildren. I did not want them to have to experience what I experienced. So if I could be able to take my leap of faith, because people think, oh, well, I'm too old for that. I'm not in my 20s no more. I'm in my 30s. I'm in my 40s. I'm in my 50s. Whatever. It's never too late. If you have breath in your body, it's never too late. If you have limbs that's able to run and walk and talk and move, it's never too late. You in your right mind is never too late. You have to do something when people don't want to do it, but you know you need to do something different to get a better result, to be able to get to a better position in life, to be able to get your time back, and to be able to have control over your yes. Not somebody else having control over your yes. So I advise to start. Stick with it.
Okay.
And don't quit.
All right now.
What's your take on that, Ken?
You know, I totally agree with that. I totally agree with that because, you know, but we've all been in this situation.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we do it scared.
Yes.
Okay, we do it scared. Do it scared. Do it scared.
Mm-hmm.
Scared. And then what happens? We leave it scared.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's
you
true.
know, when we do it scared, are we getting, you know, do we have that iron sharpening piece?
Mm.
Okay. Do we have that connection, that system in place to keep us lifted up? You know, is our self-motivation on point? Okay. Or are we sitting up there waiting for somebody to say, oh, you did a good job before you elevate yourself? Yeah, I see. I did that thing. All right. So these are all questions.
Yeah.
Okay. You know, I'm an introvert. Okay? Which means that 9 times out of 10, I will contemplate the thing until the thing falls off. I will beat that like the dead horse. Okay.
Yep.
All right. That's just what introverts do. We contemplate
That's what we do
before we finally pull the trigger. But when we pull the trigger, we come out shooting.
Yep.
See, that's the thing. You know, everything we do is in intensity. We contemplate hard and then we work hard. Do you understand? You understand? Yes, okay. Yes. So with that being said, when we decide we're going to do it, we usually don't quit because we don't like that failure situation. Okay. You know, a lot of people who are extroverts or whatever, they tend to throw the spaghetti at the wall, and if it fails, okay, that's cool, because then I know what I did wrong, and then I go ahead. Well, introverts, we tend to internalize things. Yeah. We tend to think it's our fault. So when we quit, it's because we're feeling like all this failure is coming on us, and we don't have an outlet to get rid of it. Mm-hmm. We don't have an outlet to say, okay, now what? Mm-hmm. All right. And so all the things that Vanessa is saying, you got to be unique. You got to be different. You got to stand out. All these things are true. Because prime example, if I was to do what Vanessa did, it wouldn't work for me because that's Vanessa's thing. Well, hold on. What Vanessa did. Yes, remember the hand. So, that thing. Okay. And then it wouldn't work for me because I'm not Vanessa. Mm-hmm. Okay. What I do may not work for her, you know, because she's not me. Mm-hmm. But, you know, there are certain things that are universal, like standing in your own truth. Okay. Standing for what you believe in. Mm-hmm. Only saying what you can do. Yes. You know, things like that. Then people will start coming because you're showing yourself approved. Yep. Okay. And then when you show yourself approved, then even if the product is hot garbage, somebody's going to buy it because they believe in you and they know the passion that was created behind it. Yes. Okay. And they know that what? You're starting from the bottom now, you here, you know? Okay? A lot of people respect that. That's why a lot of people, especially this is why this is great, like on things on YouTube. Yeah, I'm teaching. Because if you show those old videos and then show how they grown as prestige videos now, people love that because that shows you're human. That shows you started. That showed you actually kept going. That showed that you had some integrity in your thing. And even though you may not had everything you needed at the beginning, you worked with what you had to get to where you wanted to be. So now that you can teach the way you need to teach with all the things you have.
I'm just saying.
Okay. So when she says, "Why did you start if you are ready to quit now already?" Come on.
Yeah.
Let's think about that thing. Hello, Miss Hillary. How are you? And see, when we're talking about this thing, if he gave it to you, then it was for you.
I'm just saying.
Okay? So why are you going to give up on a blessing destined for you just because you can't see the end of the rainbow? You can't see the forest for the trees. Just because you can't see it. Sometimes we got to step out on faith. Sometimes we just got to step out on faith. And, you know, I'm learning that, you know, because I have a certain venture that's been working out right now. And, you know, and I was like, oh, Jesus, do I really want to bring this to my people? But when I finally walked in it, I walked in it this weekend, and honey, blessings upon blessings upon blessings, honey. Okay? You got to remember, just because you can't see the forest for the trees doesn't mean that the Almighty doesn't. And sometimes you just got to walk it out and believe that he got you.
Come on.
Okay? Because sometimes it's going to be a word. Sometimes it just got a word that's waiting for you once you do it. Because see, guess what? Woo, I'm getting ready to go into my time. Come on. Vanessa sees where I'm going, right? Blessings are activated by action. They're not activated by, oh, bless me, Lord, and then you sit on your butt. Oh, I need this thing right now, Lord, and then you sit on your butt. Oh, you know I'm who I am, so you need to bless me, Lord, and you sit on your butt. Okay? It is activated by action. Okay? And if you are not doing any action, then your blessings are not being activated, and then you're feeling like you're sitting out there like a duck. Okay? But if you actually put some action in it, some skin in it, some motivation in it, some passion, purpose, and some drive in it, then you might actually start seeing something. He knows that now that he's giving you that thought, that vision, that mindset, you are ready to put some action on it. And now he can release everything he needs to release to you, but he's not going to release to you the big box if you can't even act on that one small tidbit. What's the point of opening up the box to you if you're not even going to do anything with just the one thought?
It's just like the Pandora box.
Come on.
I'm just saying, everybody wants the Pandora box, but they don't understand what it took for it to become the Pandora box. But everybody wants that box. It's just like everybody wants the purses. That's what all the expensive purses, but they don't understand what it took to be able to get to that purse, to be able to get to that bag, as they say. I'm sorry, you want the bag, but you don't want to do the work to be able to put the money in the bag. Oh, I'm just saying.
So we got a comment right here.
I'm just saying, we got to be able to think better. We really do. We are walking into this end of 2020, and unfortunately, all these things happen. But fortunate that it did happen. Why is it fortunate it happened? Because it was a wake-up call. God is trying to get our attention. We too busy being busy and not really doing what we are called to do. As I stated before, and I say it again, you have an assignment, agreed contract with God to be able to own and walk in your purpose, but you were too afraid to really start your purpose, but you quit before your purpose really get activated. And then you want to be able to reap the benefit of the blessing, but you don't want to be able to own and walk and do what's necessary. And then you be able to accept there's going to take some hits along the way. It's not going to be an easy journey. No, it's not. Because if it was easy, we all would be doing it, especially what's going on in 2020. So,
come on.
Are you really ready to be able to do the work, to be able to do what you are called to do, to be able to not void your contract that you signed with God? I'm just saying. But then to be able to understand there's going to be some bumps in the road. Mm-hmm. There's going to be some twists and some turns. Mm-hmm. That's going to come along in this journey, because people don't want to talk about that backstory, but we are not afraid to talk about that backstory. But let's go ahead and do it anyway. You have to stand on your faith. There's no way in the world that you think that we are just going to just get to Z, but we haven't even we didn't start with A. That's why there's a thing called decency and in order. Mm-hmm. And if you're going to do it, let's get with the decency and understand that this is some order. Mm-hmm. Stop becoming the judge and the jury, but you haven't even started with just being the state attorney. You haven't took no classes. Okay. You didn't pass the bar. You didn't have the sleepless nights, the sacrifice, none of that. But you want the benefits that comes along with passing the bar to get to be on the judge.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you know, a lot of people they see these videos and these people making this money, but what they don't know, it took them 10 years to get to where they are right now.
I'm just saying.
It looks real instant. It looks real instant. What looks like a star overnight was some blood, sweat, and tears that you didn't ever see. Years, they don't ever tell you to either. No. You know, who tells you that, yeah, I've been at this for 4 or 5 years and I finally got the break? No, they tell you, one day I was speaking, honey, and I got this opportunity, and then this one saw me and that one saw me, and then I started blowing up and that.
And trust and believe what they say. Get you some receipts, baby. Get you some receipts. Because everything that you see on social media, do your research. Do your research.
But, you know, I want to go back to this point that you made about how he's cleaning house.
Oh, baby. Clean and speaking Spain with the Lysol and the Pine Sol with the bleach on top of it. Yes.
Okay. So he's been cleaning house. But what has also been happening? Watch it. Watch what I'm saying. Tell me, and you could tell me if I'm wrong. Follow the plan. Okay. So first off, it was like a cleansing. You know, all this stuff started, all these folks started falling off. But then what came up? But from the rise from the dust, all of these people that we have never seen because they were buried in all of that muck and mire start coming to the forefront, and you start getting fresh new content, fresh new ideas, fresh new movement. You know, people are saying they've made more money this year than they have made in their whole businesses.
Yep.
But what were they? Follow where I'm going. The people who were steadfast, the people who were working in spite of, the people that weren't all praised and all of this, that, and the other thing. All of those people are all of a sudden coming to the forefront. They're coming to the forefront. They're being seen. They're being found.
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord.
Okay? Because they're being found, there's a whole new demographic happening. A lot of them were sitting there in their house doing that local thing.
Yep.
But now that they've been placed online, all of a sudden you got this whole new breath of fresh air.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see that these are the people that are willing to share their story, to tell you where I started from the bottom and now I'm here, type of thing. They're not scared to tell you about the true steps to make it happen. You know, I was just doing a conference the other day, and one of the people sat up there and said, you know, I've been coaching with a lot of people, but nobody has ever broke it down like this and told me exactly what I was missing.
Yep.
They tell you just enough, so you need them and keep needing them. You know, okay. You know, like they said, you got to get some integrity in this thing.
Yep.
And guess what? You know, they tell you, oh, you're not supposed to share everything. You're not supposed to do this. You're not supposed to do that. Okay. I overshare. I over deliver. You know, people go out there try to do what they sell. Okay. Sometimes they come back. Sometimes they don't. Oh, well. But guess what? All of a sudden, the people who were doing what they were supposed to do in their lane elevated. Are now being elevated. So what do we do with that? All of that time that you were trudging, start putting your stuff out there now. Start putting your stuff out there now. That's what we're saying. This is not the time to quit. This is the time to stand up with everything that you have. I've been seeing people live streaming like never before. I've been seeing people posting their products like never before because the market is open now. People are on here because they can't go nowhere, can't do nothing. Well, we're doing a little better now, but you know, some people are locked up. So this is the perfect time. Black Friday's coming. People are going to be all over that thing. What do you have to give them? What do you have to give them? And when you're making these things, remember, how am I serving my people? It's not how am I serving myself? How many coins am I going to get in the bank? How am I serving my people? Because when you actually do something to cure somebody else's pain point, you start sowing seeds into the kingdom. And guess what? They may not be the ones to give you the harvest, but your harvest will come back. And they'll come back real. So get out there, start doing that thing. If you got a book out there, get it out. If you got a webinar, get it out. If you got a product, get it out. This is the time. This is not the time to quit. Somebody is waiting on you. What do you think about that, Vanessa?
Let me tell you.
Tell me something.
Let me tell you. You have the best version of yourself. But how can people even know about that version if you're not sharing that version? Right? It is hard. I'm not gonna lie. We both introverts. It is extremely hard. But it took us to a point, and we understand this. When we open up our mouth, people gonna listen. Right? Because we're giving them so much. And we are not afraid to share and even overshare and even share our stories or whatever. Be transparent. Do not take what's going on in this world lightly.
All right.
So many, when the world do open back up, I want you to think, because you know I'm all about that mindset.
There you are.
When it's time for the world to open back up, trust and believe a lot's not going to open back up.
Oh, come on.
A lot of people's jobs will no longer exist.
Come on.
A lot of offices that you were able to walk into will no longer exist. There's now, if they never thought people would be able to work from home, this economy, if it hasn't taught you anything, more people are working from home. E-learning is happening at home. So why your foundation is at home? Why you haven't set nothing for the foundation? Which is at home. You at home. You have time, even though you're working, that's fine. But are you building something for you? That business, that business that people are waiting for you to, I'm gonna do this business, I'm gonna do this. This is the time to do your business. If you are truly a servant leader, this is the time for you to serve. This is the best time for you to serve. And there's going to be people that never will, ever will understand none of that you're doing. But I'm telling you, those that do will gravitate to you. But don't sleep on what's going on in 2020, because you're going to be doing the same thing in 2021. And then you're going to look up and say, dang, shoulda, coulda, and I woulda. So this is the time for you to be able to go full speed ahead and make it your business to be in your business. Too many people are focusing on other people's business and not even starting their own business. We're not saying that your job is a waste. We're not saying that. What we are saying is do something that's going to be beneficial to the world. What are you giving this world? Because as I stated before, we all have a purpose. Dr. Finch and I cannot do it alone. We need you to do your part. We need to be able to see if you are real, and as Dr. Finch would say, skin in the game. Because if you could put some real skin in the game, you'll have something to talk about. You'll have also something to be able to say, dang, I appreciate me more. So what are you doing to serve? That is the biggest question that I always want to know. What are you doing to serve? Because we already got enough madness going on in this world. But when you serve it up on a tray, what are you going to be able to provide them when they take off that tray? Are you giving them leftover pickings or whatever? What can you serve up and people can say, dang, I've been waiting for that. I need that. I appreciate you for being able to just put yourself out there. Because I knew I wasn't strong enough to be able to do it, but I knew I was also in need of it and too afraid to ask for it. There's a lot of people out there doing that. But you know you have something that you could be able to give. So stop sitting on it. We about to get ready to close out 2020. As they say, 2020 is vision. Baby, if your vision is not clear enough after all this madness we deal with in 2020, something is wrong. You need to go back to the doctor, get your eyes checked again, because this right here was the best eye opener ever.
Yeah, there was.
When I say God said, I'm going to shut it down, I'm shutting it down because y'all not paying attention. Did you not know I said hi and see all this going on? You so busy. You haven't even talked to me. You so busy, but now that you really need me, now you want to talk to me? You want me to bless you and you out here keeping up all this foolishness going on? There's a thing called Alpha and Omega. And if we didn't see that in 2020, we in trouble.
Yeah, we are.
We in trouble. I never thought we would walk around with masks. What the Sam is going on with masks? This stuff is so real. It hit home for us finally, unfortunate, and thank God that he's fine. But this stuff is real. He said, I need you to sit down, baby. I need you to sit down because you constantly on the go. I need you to sit down. And when it's time for me to release you, I hope you learned the lesson. So I will end this. What have you learned in this lesson?
Well,
there's a teaching and there's a lesson.
There it is.
Don't get them confused.
I feel you with her. You just said, he told you to sit down. 2019, I had this mega plan. I had about 10 big speaking engagements I was going to go to. I think I was hitting every month, even my workout months, that I sit down on, I was hitting them. And I had this book lunch together, and I had. And then I went on a trip this year. Mm-hmm. When I came back, there wasn't a square in Nashville, Tennessee. Mm-hmm. Okay. One trip. And I say this because it's like you try to come up with all these plans that other people tell you need. You try to do all these strategies that people say you need. Mm-hmm. But in actuality, there's a strategy that's built for you. Yeah. And you got to learn how to tap into this strategy. So my 2020 was me more sitting down and reflecting and seeing where I was actually sitting versus where all of my values and integrity lay. Okay. And being in silence, lovely. Bless him.
I can't shut that one off. That's an Amber Alert.
Right.
Sorry.
It's ready.
I'm going to mute it. Oh, sorry.
Okay. So, sometimes people get shut down to reflect and see what is really going on. Sometimes you got to clean house within yourself. And if you're too busy, you can't clean that house. He's got to stop you. I mean, I had emergency surgery, y'all. Come on now. He stopped me in my tracks, like literally. And what did I get from that? I learned the value of family. I learned the value of my friends. I learned the value of the fact that I don't have to be everywhere. All those things that I made a high priority, a lot of those things got shut down when COVID came. A lot of those things got shut down. But what did happen with COVID, I was able to start speaking internationally. And I was able to reach people that I couldn't have reached before because I was so busy worried about the national that I hadn't even thought about the international. I mean, talking about clients in Australia and India and all these things. What? Sometimes we have to be shut down to see the possibilities. So I hope that you use this time that you were sitting down to see all that is possible for you. And I hope you realize that it's limitless. Okay? That's the thing. He's showing you that it's limitless. If the original is not working, the original being, we can go out maskless and do the thing. That's not working right now. But he gave you a remix. He showed you how to work Zoom. He showed you how to work StreamYard. He showed you how to get on Webinar Jam. Come on now. And hit more people than you could have by plane, train, and automobile. Because they all sitting there waiting for you. So how are you serving? I'll go back to Vanessa's question. Did you just sit down and say, forgetting it? Or did you get on Zoom? Did you learn StreamYard and start spreading your message out to people that were waiting for you? If you're a coach, did you start coaching these people that's having problems because of this corona and all the changes? If you're a money person, did you start doing classes about how to make money or how to capitalize on your corona time? If you're a technologist, did you start setting up classes about Zoom, StreamYard, tech systems, all of those things? How did you serve? How did you serve? So with that, Vanessa, I'm gonna let you shut this thing down.
Even in relationships, if you have not seen a relationship shift, either good, bad, or indifferent, that's part of cleaning house as well. Sometimes things have to be removed in order for you to see clear. Right? Sometimes things have to be adjusted and you may not like it. Sometimes it's just like, you walking around and your back is aching and you need to go see a chiropractor. And you're like, wait a minute, you're going to be popping these bones and everything else and doing this twist and turns or whatever. But in order for you to get in alignment, some things need to be popped. So this is the time for us to be in alignment and making sure we're real clear on who we are connected with. Energy is huge. Be very, very clear in that. Make sure that you do what you have to do to serve unapologetically and watch how you reap the benefits because you serving with integrity. But don't go another day or don't wait for another shutdown next week, next month, next year, whatever the case may be. Hopefully not next year because I need a vacation. But anyway, make it your business to serve and don't allow everything that's been on your checklist, your to-do checklist, to just be on a list. Okay. So with that being said, this has been absolutely amazing. We do this every third Monday. And I'm bad with this. That's my Aikyna phone. Every third Monday. Make sure you are following us all over social media. Change Your Minds Online. Make sure you get on our mailing list. Make sure that you stay tuned with our podcast. We just released an amazing podcast interview last week with the legendary Lavelle Crawford. We are doing things that's going to make a change in this world. What are you doing? We love connecting with people that's making change in this world, but what are you doing? So don't hesitate to stay connected with us. Make sure that you let us know how these messages are helping you. What would you like to see from us next? What would you like to see us doing? We working on something. We working. My question, Dr. Finch question is, are you working? So again, make sure the links are at the bottom below. You stay connected with us. You follow us. Make sure you check out us on iTunes, Stitcher, iHeart, YouTube. We everywhere. Trust us. We are everywhere. We built this thing, baby. And again, it didn't happen overnight, but we built it to be able to bring you something absolutely amazing that will, in hopes that you will be able to get the eye openers that you need, the nuggets that you need, the wisdom, whatever the case may be. And what we do not take this lightly. So if I missed anything, my name is Vanessa Canteberry and the amazing co-host, Dr. Aikyna Finch. If I missed something, tell me, Dr. Finch, because I'm always missing something. I'm just saying. And have fun with what you do.
So we do have a project that we have for you coming in January. Y'all will love it. And if you love these live streams, you're going to love this project. You'll get a teaser pretty soon. And we would love for you to come on in and be a part. So keep your eyes peeled. Right.
Yes. Yes.
And then, of course, definitely check out the BBU collection by Vanessa Canteberry. Get your cups, get your jogging suits, get your socks, and all them other things. And get it all. Get the whole outfit. Get the BBU collection. And my goodness, Finch and Associates doing their thing. I have the little Finchism t-shirts, got a couple little Kingdom Warriors and some things like that. So, just a little something to wet the whistle. But, I am so proud of my sister here, Vanessa, with the BBU collection. Go over there to her Shopify store and work it out.
I appreciate you. We're dropping candles Friday.
Now get your candle. She gonna ship me a candle so I can take some pictures of it.
Yes, absolutely. Smells so good. Oh, Jesus.
All right. So, remember to support your sisters and your brothers. Make sure you're there for your accountability partners. And, if you haven't reached out to somebody, you definitely need to reach out to them now. I got a few I got to tap into. Lord, it's been a whirlwind up in here in this camp. But,
Jesus, this has been tough.
Yeah, but you know what? If they were there in the beginning, middle, they should be there in the end,
Absolutely.
So, if they show themselves approved, you show yourself approved.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So with that being said, Vanessa Canteberry.
Yes, Dr. Finch.
Close us out, love.
You guys be blessed, stay safe, put your mask on, wash your hands, but most importantly, get to work and put your head down, laser focus, and mind your business in your business. And I see you. We'll see you next month. We'll come back next month. We might surprise you, but at the end of the day, go and be a servant leader. Go get your blessings.
All right. Bye.